What is going on, everybody? Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the Paladin 33 Mk3 concealed carry bag. This is a fanny pack, and staying true to the review and the previous review, just want to let you guys know what my affiliation is with Paladin 33, and it is absolutely nothing. Bought this bag. I think it retails for about $170. It is a little bit on the pricey side, but there are some very good things about this bag that I want to talk to you guys about. And I'm going to break this down into a few, let's just say, sections. First, I'm going to talk about the pros, okay? And then we'll talk about the cons. And then we'll do a third, let's just say, area of interest of mine, because modifications and things that I've had to do to this bag to make it work for me. So getting right into it, let's talk a little bit about Paladin 33 and why I think it is a great bag. Paladin 33 is made here in the United States. All the materials are sourced here in the United States, and it is all assembled and it is sewn here in the United States. So one thing going through this bag really quickly, this is a concealed carry bag. So it is made to conceal carry a firearm, which I will show you. It is clear, by the way. I did clear it, and I just wanted to get that out of the way before we get into the bag itself. First of all, I chose the bag that has different types of camo. It has your typical, let's just say, multicam here, black multicam, which is not really camo, some winter, and then some poppies of war in the front panel. It does have a hook and loop in the front with some molly to grow the bag, but I don't think you'll need to do that, and I'll explain why later. Also, I've had some, you can see there, some patches on it. Now going into the front, you have that front pocket, and I'm going to empty it out later for you. So very, very nice zippers. All of them are YKK. And the side, which is a fairly interesting feature, has these tabs to be able to cinch the bag down, which is great when you're not packing the bag as heavy as I do. I pack it a little lighter than most, but it can grow. And I do like the capability because I do take this on bike rides with me. I've just gotten back from the gym and a bike ride, and I could definitely grow this. And it's actually really, really well made for like mountain biking. So not only for concealed carry, obviously different purposes, right? Sides, again, some of that camo, all of this stitched very nicely. I do have to talk about this later in the con section because I want to go over some of this material. The back is very nicely padded. Okay, now one of the great features about this bag, and could be also a con, and I'll get into that later, but this is a very, very large waistband, and it is fairly adjustable, nicely stitched, and does have molly in between, so you can add some things there, and does have obviously some Velcro hook and loop here where you can add some more patches. If you want to deck this thing out with patches, you totally can. Really nice little clip here. Awesome. I prefer them typically on the side. We'll get into that later. Now this is able to grow. I presently right now have it tucked in with these little elastic bands that it comes with, which I've actually liked very much. That way I don't have these straps just dangling everywhere. So right now it is loaded up, and we're going to get through the loaded part, right? And we'll start with the front. In the front, nothing crazy, just keep my wallet in there, right? So there that is. That's the actual front pocket, nothing else. It does in there have some, a main pocket, and then sort of like another smaller pocket where you can tuck some other items away in there. In the second and primary pocket, I have a spare mag, a Snake Staff Systems tourniquet. Awesome. This is their EDC tourniquet, the wide. They have a narrow, which I also have. Check them out, Snake Staff Systems. They make them in packs of 3, which is great. My AirPods, which I typically run at the gym. And a comb, pen, right? And that is pretty, oh, sorry. Lip balm, right? And that is it. I do sometimes just have a nail clipper in here. Now, if you take a look at this inside pocket, it has got another zippered inside pocket in there where you can keep some other items. Your main pocket, there's a spare round. You'll see the hand sewn their logo right there. The Paladin 33 with the American flag, all made here in the United States. And then another back tuck sleeve here, which is pretty neat. So plenty of options. I typically run the mag back in there so it's nice and secure, and then all the loose items in the front. And the lip balm and the comb I kind of zip into this little zipped area for easy access. Now going back to the main pocket back here, right? These nice orange pull tabs here attaching to the zipper, and that's going to reveal the firearm. Now, it's fairly narrow, but I do carry a Prodigy in here. This is the larger one, the D5, and it does have, as you can see there, a Triticon RMR, and it fits nicely in there with the mag. Now, it is, keep in mind, just clear for the video, it does fit this, and it fits it very well. So I'm going to set that aside, and then we'll start talking about some of the qualms. Now, it fits very comfortably. I'm just going to put it on. Right, and there she goes, right? It's typically how I run it, you know, just kind of toss shirt out there and, you know. So it is a fairly large bag, guys. So if you're looking for a smaller one, and if you're carrying a mid-size or a compact, not that I'm saying you can't do it, but this is a nice bag for a full-size firearm, in my opinion. Inside this back pocket, you're going to see that you have Velcro panels, so you can definitely Velcro in a holster. I don't do it right now because I run the gun like this in a cant and it sits in there. So very nice. Now, what are the downfalls of the bag? And I'm going to work through this in a way where, you know, from the back to front. The straps. So the straps are great. They're tough. They're double stitched. But I would really like this to see this tab move to the side. Makes it much easier, in my opinion, to put on and off. Not that it's a big deal. You can work through that, right? And then moving forward to this back panel where the concealed carry is that I don't like the fact that this doesn't zip all the way down to reveal the firearm. So this doesn't fall forward, and then you can pull your gun. That's why I don't really even have a holster there. I would have a holster there more for being able to, you know, deploy this all the way down. So I might get this addressed. I do have a tactical tailor that can work on this for me, but I do have to bypass these pull tabs here on the side that cinch down the bag. So I'm working on that, and I'm going to see how I can make that happen. You know, now the material. When I first got this bag, I noticed that on the outside, because of the way of the gun just laying in there, it started to, I don't know if you can see that there, but it started to kind of break through the fab, meaning the material right here. This is like about 500 Cordura. So I did have to modify the bag, and I'm not going to be able to show it to you that well, but inside here you'll see this black piece right here. This is wool, and I did have to use some Formula 77 3M and put that in there with a little bit of some repair tape and some repair silicone, and it's held up fairly well. No problems. That was after about 3 months. So the material could be a little thicker, a little bit more rugged, especially for concealing a larger firearm. If I had a smaller firearm, this might have not been an issue, but I've been carrying this gun because it is what I've been shooting very well with, and I train with 1911 platforms as well as the Glock platform. That's pretty much all I, you know, carry every day and train with. So I carry with what I can shoot well, and that's always been my opinion, and that's what I've always taught my students when we were doing some basic firearm classes. As I've mentioned before, I'm an instructor. So moving forward from that, the second pocket, no qualms with it. There are absolutely no cons. It is excellent. I love the fact that you have another zippered pocket in here that you can put things in and secure them in there, and then obviously tuck some things away in this other sleeve, and then you have your main pocket. Now the bag does grow, like I've said before. All you do is pull on this right over here, right? And it opens up, and the bag can get very, very large, very, very fast. So you can see that you can almost stick a football in here. It's a pretty big bag, guys. So considerations when you're gonna carry the front pocket, no qualms with it as well. Great, again, has a little second sleeve, and it does have like a little smaller sleeve sewn in, which is typically where I keep the nail clipper. Overall, I think this is a great bag. If you're looking for a larger bag to carry, it is very, very comfortable. That is my overall impression of the bag. The other positive side that I forgot to mention is the straps. Because these straps have so much excess material, you can cinch this up, and essentially this can become a cross shoulder, carry bag, where you can draw your firearm from right here, or access any of your other things that you may need from right here. Really beneficial, and it is fairly comfortable slung over the shoulder. So overall, a really, really, really awesome bag. It is fairly light because of those materials, even though these materials can cause a problem with the firearm rubbing. So do address that. If you have any hard edges on the concealed carry firearm that you're running in here, it's probably going to cause some issues going down. So know that you may need to modify that. If I had, one piece of advice to give the company, even though they're probably not going to listen to me, it would be that they definitely reinforce the material, especially in the area where you have the firearm, and definitely make this back panel pull and zip all the way down. That is great for my opinion drawing from here, because if I do want to draw this open, I want to rip this down and be able to open that pocket so I can stick my hand in there comfortably and draw the firearm. To address a question, yes, that is slower than drawing from concealment. However, it could be worked on and improved upon with training. And that is the most important thing. Train with the firearm, practice, do some dry firing. You can use some other things out there, such as Mantis, which you've heard about before. The Blackbeard system from Mantis, great for dry firing. And just practice the mechanics of drawing the gun from here, and you'll get a lot faster. This is not, again, a silver bullet for all carry scenarios or even EDC, because it's not only about carrying, right? Again, have multiple options to carry in different scenarios. I'm not going to wear this when I'm wearing a suit, right? I'm going to, probably dress down with a holster or something where I can kind of, not be walking around with this big old, man purse out in a wedding or something of that nature. Anyway, the other benefit of carrying in a bag is obviously activities, right? I don't care how comfortable of a holster you have. If you truly live an active lifestyle, I'm going to set this down. Like, for example, I like to mountain bike. I like to go out and fish. We do a lot of boating. We do some camping, but specifically the sports and going to the gym, when you're running on a treadmill, or if you're running outdoors, or if you're biking, like I do a lot of, even on a mountain bike trail, you want to pack to carry your things. You don't want to pack them on your body, and especially you do not want to be riding around with any size of a firearm. I don't care which one it is, even this one, or even a smaller one that's in your waist and kind of just chafing. Even if you have an undershirt, guys, it still becomes a problem. So again, try this out and see if it works for you, and then really kind of just put it through its paces. Get out there and make sure that it works for you, and that's the only way you're going to know if the equipment that you've purchased is going to really do what you wanted it to do. You got to go out there and try it. You're not going to know if it works or not if you don't, right? So great way to carry if you live a very, very active lifestyle. Again, there's other options, bags, but this has definitely been one of my favorite items, and I'm going to be using a lot of fanny packs. I'm going to do another review on another bag that's coming in of this size, a little bit of a better price point, $170 bag. Just find that kind of expensive, and to be honest, I do, but I do use it every day, and that's why I went and forwent the expense to get one. So great bag. I'm going to repack it, and I got nothing else for you guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing and for all the support you guys have given me. If you guys have any comments, or if you feel like I have missed something, like in the last video where I knew I had my other bag out of the frame, thank you guys for commenting. I did, as you see, kind of upgrade the studio space, and now things are a little bit more comfortable, easier for me to film, but that was all due to the great feedback that you guys provided. If you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That's what actually makes the channel work, and let's kind of give the algorithm god something to you know, something to think about. As you know, some of the firearms content, or even some of the more basic content that I put out, just kind of doesn't get traffic. That's just the way it is. So again, I got nothing further for you guys. Thank you guys for watching once more, and I'll see you guys in the next video.